Hey guys, welcome to another Chessmaster video. Today I'm going to do a couple of chess puzzles and also I'll give you some time to solve them yourself. So I'm currently rated a little bit over 2000 and this will definitely require some calculation, so I'm gonna call this video in a title calculation training. Like let's say to get to a strong club level chess player. So I took like 40 seconds to set up everything and then about 1 minute to talk about stuff. Let's start thinking now. Well, what do we see? Rook is pinning my pawn to the king. That's one. They have two strong pawns in the center. They have two weak pawns on the king's side. I could do something with my knight. So if I develop the knight, let's say over here, that would extra defend this guy. I can also put the knight up. That would be a strong improvement. Also at f3, it frees up my c-pawn. So what do we have here? Is it a pin? Is it a fork? Is it a checkmate? Is it a win material? A skewer? Well, obviously it's some sort of a pin. Well, if you do the body count, we have 4 pawns. They have 6 pawns. So we have knight versus 2 pawns. Everything else is equal. Actually, I would prefer my pawns. You know, that guy's rolling. So what if rook e2? Rook takes with a check. Knight up blocks because rook e2 threatens mate rook e5. And there's no way to stop it. So let's go. Okay, well, you sacrifice material before you get checkmated. Alright, we got this one. Took me a while. Well, if you manage to solve this one, feel free to write down in comment section. Okay, and let's move on to the next one. Passed pawn, spin. I'm gonna press thumbs up. Chess.com did a good job on this one. Quite simple for 2000 rated actually. Alright, now it's black to move. You can pause this video if you want to solve this yourself. I'm gonna spend a little bit time to think as well. So in some way I have to free up my pawns. Well, one way would be pushing b pawn and the other way would be pushing e pawn. So I gotta calculate both, okay? Well, let's start with that e pawn. If I push, they could push, that means that's a runner, right? So if I push and they come up with a king, I just take and it's a runner. So if I push, they have to take. So I push again. Well, they could come down with a check. And let's say I run back. They keep pushing. And I am a bit too late, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they will have like 1, 2. Okay, well, if we start with a b pawn, they capture, and then it's e pawn. Well, they don't really have to capture, but if they push, I can still make sure I catch this guy. And then they capture. And now I have 4 moves. 4, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna be first. So let's go with the b pawn. Right? So now let's make sure they take. Because if they don't take, if they push, they waste the tempo. I'm gonna catch it. Oh no! Oh, it was a c pawn push. All right, well, guys, let me know in comment section if you managed to solve this one. So if c pawn push, I mean, no way, they just capture, so it's a king move. So I see 2 legitimate king moves, where in one of them I lose this guy and probably the game. Well, if I put the king up, and well, I can still catch it. Sort of wasted tempo. Okay, now Chesscom giving me a hard time today. I mean, it's almost no way I had to go down there because of this. I go up, and they come in here. Well, I get that guy. Oh, really? I mean, if they push, I'm gonna go up. And they, wow. No, okay, well, let's see the solution, guys, come on. Oh, okay, well, I was like, there's no way I gotta give up c-pawn, but yeah, they can't catch it. Alright, well, let's shake it out and move to the next one. So once again, guys, you can pause this video, try to solve it yourself, and now I'm gonna spend a bit more time calculating. Well, first thing first, I see queen h5 check. That leaves them to only one option, so really forced move. They got blocked with queen h6. Well, that at least wins a queen because of rook h8 check. Yeah, is that it? Let's count the bodies if that's good for us. So we have queens, we have two rooks, we have 2 pawns, they have 3 pawns and a bishop. So yeah, I think if I win that queen, that's good enough. Because I don't see a checkmate. Let's say queen here, queen blocks, rook over here. Well, if king does not take my rook, let's say king just goes wherever he can, I'll just pick up the free queen, so they have to take my rook. And in the end I actually get their rook, so because this comes with a check. Alright, that's good. So you can let me know in comment section if you managed to solve third puzzle, and so far 2 out of 3. Let's go further. Okay, so now again, let's take a bit of a little break to think. I see this might be some sort of attack to king or winning some sort of material. And to do so, we have like a lot of different crazy moves. Also, there's a rook and a bishop. Maybe one day could help. So, well, first thing I see, rook h3. Very simple idea to checkmate over here. And let's make sure they don't have any threats. Obviously they could take, and if I take back, they have another check. I'll just hide, and that's done. Their attack is done. So, I mean, they could like sacrifice the rook, I take it back, and then try to bring in queen, but that doesn't work, too slow. So, no way. And it says puzzle rating 1600. I mean, I'm 2015. Why would you give me 1600 rated puzzles? Because often you just tend to overthink stuff. Maybe it's a super simple queen sacrifice. Oh man. Yeah, that's that. Okay. 2 out of 4. Well, 50% success, still trying to be positive downtown. Alright, so you can pause this video if you want. Try to solve it yourself. We have some issues over here. And how to proceed? Well, everyone and their mothers and grandmothers would take like so with a check, right? This king has to move. Then we got some discoveries. Well, the problem is after king h8, which discovery? So let's say if I go with the rook to any of these squares, it's discovery from bishop, because king is over here, they can just block it. So I think rook takes g7, king h8, rook takes f7, So a little bit of windmill downtown, king back to g8, then once again a rook to g8, king back in the corner, and only then a rook g6. No, that's a bishop okay, well, there's also a bishop. So let's say a windmill takes, chops, takes, back, checks, back again, so king is in the corner, and they don't have these two pawns. My rook is at the g7, so there's a rook and there's a king, and no pawns. Well, it's checkmate, right? I mean, if rook g6, okay, well, they can block like so, but then I just take it. So all this puzzle with just a little bit of windmill, because see, if now I make a move, like let's say whatever down here, it's checked from a bishop, but they simply block it. So I gotta do this windmill stuff and then repeat. So this is actually quite nice. Still 1687 rated. Gotta give it a thumbs up. Oh, that's that, guys. That's done today. So I hope you improved your calculation a little bit, as so did I. Messed up two puzzles, but that happens. And if you enjoyed this video and like to see more frequent content, feel free to subscribe to support this channel. That, you know, you guys are my motivation to make those videos. And see you on the next one.